Good morning. Well, after yesterday's, I would say, a bit depressing situation with my wood stuck in the ground after pouring the concrete patio, one of the followers on the channel, Sam, suggested very smartly, why not try using a hydraulic jack or something to lift them up? So I don't actually have one of those. There's something in the car I could have used, but I don't think I want to try to use that. But what I do have is I have this guy. So basically what it is, it's a winch. I used it for when I was bringing tiles and stuff at the old house. I brought it up to the roof. I think it does 250 kilos, 500 if you double it. And yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna kind of MacGyver something or kind of jerry rig something and have this just hovering over top of where the wood is on the ground that I'm trying to lift up, and then probably put in 2 bolts or something, or a bolt at first. So yeah, basically what I want to do is I want to screw into the wood, put the head on this thing, or wrapping around the wire or something, and then just see if I can just lift it straight up. Maybe. It's worth a shot, right? If not, I'll look at maybe cutting the edges with the angle grinder and see if that'll work. Another thing that I've noticed is that the wood's dried out quite a lot just in one night. It was very windy last night. It didn't rain. So let's see how this goes. If I can figure something out that'll lift this up. I think it will. It sounds like a good day. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to keep it extremely simple. I'm not even going to try to screw anything together the first go. I'm just going to put 2 pieces of wood like this beside each other and rest it on it and see what happens. But first what I'm going to do is drill into this, or put a bolt through it. Lag bolt, I guess they're called. Let's try that. Whoa. Just don't know if the head's going to be big enough. Nope, don't think so. What can I do with that? Okay, I'm going to get a big washer, or a few washers. I'm going to try to get a few washers, stick it on the bolt, and then lift it with that. All right, so I've got a bolt like this, or say a leg bolt, and then just going to get a big old washer on the end, square washer. That'll rip out well before that'll bend, I think. So yeah, let's try that. And then I'm just putting it right through the eye or the hook on this. Yeah, see if this lifts. Even though it's not sturdy, as long as it goes straight down pressure, it might be okay. It's worth a shot. And out came the bolt. I somehow figured that would happen. My washer's okay. My bolt, not so much. What can we do now? If I do something more like this. More like a lasso. Nope. All right, let me try moving it to a smaller piece. Maybe that will help. Let's drill a new hole. Move this all back a bit. Let's get away in case something goes clunking down. Nope. That would be a good idea. What else can I do? What if I do 2 bolts? Watch for accidents. No good. All right, well, I think unfortunately that's not going to work. Gave it a go though, didn't I? It'd be different if I was able to get underneath and like affix a bolt or, you know, something like that underneath, but with just using a lag bolt, it's just ripping right up through it. So I don't think that even with 250 kilos, it's going to move. So I think it's just the edges are rolled over all the way along. And it's not coming out. I had originally thought that the plastic would be enough. I thought the plastic would allow it to slide up. But just looking at the way the wood is and the rippling of the wood, I think that every little undulation on the edge of the wood, it's kind of acting like a vacuum. So I think, like it's like wedging it in there, like fingers going into, I don't know, into grabbing it. So I think what I have to do is I have to cut an edge. What I'm going to do is try to cut 2 edges over here. And then just see if that'll lift up. Like maybe it's just the surface that's a problem, but I have a feeling that it's going to have to be the whole thickness through on one side of the wood that I'll have to do. And because I just need, you know, like a few millimeters, like whatever, hundredths of an inch kind of thing, just to give it enough room to just slip up, right? I'm not keeping the plastic anyways there. I'm going to be filling that with mortar when I put the actual cannibals in. So it doesn't have to be, I don't worry about it chipping. I don't have to worry, you know, not crazy chipping. I don't want the whole patio to come up. But, you know, if it's a rough edge, I don't care. So what I'm going to do is next thing I'm going to try is cutting with the angle grinder and seeing if I can release it that way. Not ideal, but let's go for it. It's a learning experience, right? I don't know if it's exactly working, but when I'm taking this along, I can feel where the edge of the wood is, and it just kind of easily glides along. So that's one thing, I guess. See if we can smash it out. Has a more of a feeling like a bounce to it, which is, I think, good. Maybe that's enough. Fingers crossed. That might be coming up. This definitely feels like it's up. Looks like it's up too, on this one side. Interesting. So what I think I need to do is cut deeper, because I've only got so much on this blade here and it's not very deep. It's like not even an inch. So let's get the bigger guns out. We got her. It's the first one. There we go. Whoa. That was a lot of work. So that's good news. I've got one piece out, not too much damage. I had trouble seeing through the goggles or the protective glasses before, and I cut a little bit into the wood, but I think it'd be a little less sloppy. And then I'm just going to go along and I'm going to cut the two sides of this stuff, at least for the top level. So we've saved a top level of wood. What I'm going to do for the bottom, I'm not sure yet, but I can probably do the same thing. But let's see. Well, for today I'm going to stop. I'm a bit tired, back's starting to hurt, and it's a lot of work. So I managed to save 3 pieces of wood so far, which is it's a good bit of noggins, I guess, because that's what's going to go, they're being used for, is between the floor joists. To firm up the floors, I'm going to put pieces of wood the opposite direction. Yeah, overall, the wood's in good shape. A little scuffing on the side. I can, just treat it for, once it dries out, treat it for bugs and stuff like that. And I'm chopping it little bits anyways, so why not? The problem with the second layer is going to be that it's probably harder to get out. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I have one piece left to do of wood on the top layer. I've stopped for today because what I did is I cut on the piece of wood below it. I have cut a channel in it to allow the pipe to go through from the house into the cleanouts. So what I actually did is I screwed up into the wood. So there's wood that's attached below it. So what I'm going to have to do is cut that down the center without touching the pipes. And hopefully it'll wiggle that out. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't lifting, but that's why. I also made some mistakes. I missed a screw here, missed a screw there, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't coming up easily. But overall, cutting the concrete on the edge just by giving it like a eighth of an inch of space, it pops right up. So that does work. I've just got more of it to do. I'm probably going to have to I'm not sure how I'm going to cut this ones, but we'll see. It's coming out one way or the other. One thing I may have to do is just abandon that wood, the lower wood, if I can't get it out, and just cut through the center of it with a circular saw. But we'll see. Yeah, didn't turn out to be the piece of cake I thought it would be. So I'm going to continue on tomorrow, get it out, and yeah, a lot of learning experiences. I know what to do next time, that's for sure. Anyways, really appreciate you watching. Thanks for all your comments, for everyone giving me ideas of what to do. I appreciate it. And I'll continue with this tomorrow. Ciao.